Hello there, Miss Marie. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Rob. I am fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Folks, today is Thursday, August 6th. August 6th, episode number 21, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's broadcast. As always, we have a fact-filled and informational full informational show for you today. Tongue twister, and it's not even Monday, it's Thursday. You'd think I would be over the tongue twisters by now, but unfortunately, as a man, I tend to do that a little bit, get ahead of my mouth.
Well, I think that happens to the best of us sometimes, and this week has flown by. So,
Yes, yes, and it's good to be able to get in front of people on a daily basis to get this information out to them. We're excited to do that for everybody. And as you can tell, I'm trying to do three things at one time here. As we have said, this is podcast number 21, believe it or not. Opportunity or product, which one to lead with and why. You guys are going to want to know what that is, what we mean by that, the impact it's going to have on your business, why you want to use one approach versus another. It's going to be a fact-filled show. Get pen and paper, try to keep up. If you can't, replay this on our podcast or go to their YouTube channel and listen to it again, watch it again. All right. Well, as always, before we get started, if you will, please share, like, and comment on our various social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button. Also, register for notifications so that you get notified when we go live or upload new content. Additionally, please give us a thumbs up if you like what you hear and you understand the points we're making and you feel they're going to help you. That's always a great thing for us to know when you give us immediate feedback in that way. Additionally, please continue to visit our website, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. And if you want to find us on our various social media platforms, you can do so by going and using hashtag the MLM Solution. On Twitter, for whatever reason, it's going to be hashtag the MLM Solution and the number 1. So with that being said, Miss Marie, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm excited about today's subject. It's something that I have a passion for and something that I feel is critically important to the success of anybody that's going to utilize this business model. It's something that people do not talk about. And once again, as we tell you all the time, we talk about things no one else will touch, no one else will even consider. Why they don't do that, we don't know. To be honest with you, we don't care. The bottom line is that we are doing it. And these are the basics of the business building process. Would you agree, Miss Marie?
Well, I do. And especially what we're talking about today is something a lot of people obviously don't know about, they don't think about, but it can make a huge impact on the trajectory of your business and whether you're going to grow slow or grow quickly. And depending on what you want to do, I think most people want to grow quickly, get to that threshold of profitability as fast as possible, and just take off from there. So this question we're talking about today is absolutely foundational to that.
No doubt. No doubt. And with that being said, as we said on the ticker below for all you on the podcast, it says podcast number 21, opportunity or product, which one to lead with and why. And that's a perfect time to what? Start our show officially. Stay tuned as you learn more about this important subject. With that being said, that is the official start of our show. Here we go. Okay. If I may, Miss Marie, I'm going to start out. Please feel free to chime in anytime. And I have my water and my sinuses are draining today. I know that's not a nice thing to hear. People go, I get it. But you'll hear me pause every once in a while. That's because for whatever reason, I'll be fine. All of a sudden, my nose just decides. And this is my first year. I've never had sinuses until this year. And I'm 62 years old. So I think for 61 years, I did pretty darn good. But boy, I tell you what, I have to have Kleenexes with me just about everywhere I go, because I could be walking, all of a sudden, bloosh. It's like somebody flushed the toilet. It's like, ugh. And of course, it makes you cough, because you're trying to clear your throat, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, Miss Marie, feel free to stop me, hit me over the head with a hammer, stick up a sign saying you suck, whatever, to get me to stop. All right. With that being said, let's get on to the subject here. Opportunity or product, which one to lead with and why? What does opportunity product actually mean? Well, it means you only have two ways to approach a prospect about this business. And based on what Ms. Marie said earlier, based on what your intentions are with this business model, based on what your goals are, based on what your dreams are, based on what kind of lifestyle you want, what kind of income you want, all of those are relevant to the answer here, will determine which approach you're going to use. Okay? Now, you know that Miss Marie and I are going to be talking about, if you ask us, 100% on both sides are going to be opportunity. Why? Because we're all about making money. We're all about the lifestyle. But that's not the only way to build a business. And a lot of people in the past have said, well, Rob, I don't necessarily agree with what you say about the opportunity and product led approach. And I totally get that. And I said, you know what? That's your prerogative. Feel free to build it whatever way you want. Okay. And I can almost guarantee you that if they lead with a product, especially in today's environment, they are going to struggle mightily. And matter of fact, chances are I'll never hear from them again. Does it mean you cannot, am I saying you cannot build a business leading with the product during the prospecting or / recruiting process? No, I'm not saying that you can at all. If you can, and that's a big if you can, it is going to be a monumental effort on your part. It's going to take you a long time. You're going to have great staying power. And I'm not the end all. Just because I say the product-led approach is a challenge doesn't mean that somebody is not going to go out tomorrow and prove me wrong. That's okay. That's life. That's the way it works. And you know what? I'll clap. Okay. It's not about me being right or wrong. Okay. It's about me telling you what history has shown. It's about what history over the long term has exposed about this approach. That's what we're doing. Okay. We don't speak because we're the final authority on the things we're teaching here. As we say, we teach the basics, and that's all we can do. We cannot look Marie in the eye and say, Marie, you cannot build a business if you take a certain approach, because it's been done before. So we're totally wrong if we make that comment. You will not hear that from us. But what you will hear, remember, it's all about speed and urgency, the business building process. That's how you get traction. It's how your business starts that exponential growth curve. But the thing is, you can't do that if you're hampering yourself by doing what? The incorrect things. What do we always talk about? Consistent, correct business building activity. What we're saying here, if you lead with a product in today's network marketing environment, you are going to struggle mightily. That's what we're going to say. On the other hand, if you lead with the opportunity, and we'll talk about what the opportunity is here in a moment, you have a greater chance of attracting the same like-minded people, which means they want money, they want lifestyle, they want time freedom. Okay. Can't you get those with the product-led approach? Yes, you can, but it's going to take longer. You're going to become a grinder. And if you go back to Monday's episode, which I think was episode 19 or 20, I can't remember.
I think that was 18.
Oh, okay. 18. There you go. Okay, so if you go back to Monday's, which should have been August 3rd, based on my calculations, then you would find a podcast and a video that will address some of the matter that we're talking about now, about being a grinder, that is, and how that is a detriment to your business, and how the chances of you reaching any kind of serious success is going to be limited at best. So we're not going to rehash that in this episode. That's the reason why we refer you back to that one. So that being said, Miss Marie, before I get started, I laid the foundation there. Before I get started, do you have anything to add?
I think just to add on to your points there is that there's not necessarily a right or a wrong here. You need to decide what is the right way for you to build the business you want to attain the goals you desire. That's the foundational thing. So obviously the disclaimer is that Rob and I are biased. We do have a strong opinion towards one, which is the opportunity. And you'll hear more about that as we get into the details. But that is not by any means to say that pursuing the product side is the wrong way to go. It's just a different way of doing business.
Yes. And it's, I'll be honest with you, there are people out there that love the products and they are totally focused on that and they're happy with the results they get. And that's awesome. As you will hear in all of our episodes, is that we will applaud anybody that's making positive progress in this business. We don't care if it's one product. We don't care if it's 100 products. We don't care if you do home meetings. We don't care if you set up booths at events or flea markets, whatever. You determine what you want to do. You're the one that's getting the enjoyment out of it. And if you're making the money that you're making and you're happy with that amount, Marie and I are behind you. We give you 2 thumbs up because that is what this business and this world's about. You doing what you want to do and having a positive impact. Okay, so I'm going to lead off with the opportunity side. I'm sure Miss Marie will chime in every once in a while. And then I'll kind of go into the product side. Miss Marie is familiar with the product side as well. There's some important things you need to know about if you choose to use the product. What I'm going to do right now is tell you the difference between the two and why one's better than the other. And then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so what's the difference between the two? Well, the opportunity led approach is you're looking for people who want the 3 most famous things this business model offers: time freedom, more money, better lifestyle. Okay. That's what the opportunity does. So you say, okay, what's the opportunity? Well, if you're tapping into a new company, it really doesn't matter what company you're tapping into, because the bottom line is it's if you want to create an incredible big business, it's all about new companies or relatively new, 1 to 3 years old. If you're just wanting to develop a nice extra income and have a chance to develop a 6-figure a year income, then the old companies would fit in this category as well. And what is the opportunity with the old companies? To develop a consistent income stream that is anywhere from $1,000 a month to you can make $100,000 a year, maybe even higher in certain cases based on the company. The bottom line is you can develop a business with an old company that will give you consistent income. There's that residual income machine that some of you may be looking for. And you say, well, Rob, who's that for? Well, the opportunity is to have a stable income. Let me make that clear. Okay. You're not after the big money because here's why. You may already have a great business. You may own your own business, but you need this extra money for whatever reason. Okay. And so you say, hey, you know what? I understand the network marketing business model. I understand I can leverage myself. I can understand I can duplicate myself. I've been in it before. I know how to make it work to a certain degree. But Rob and Marie really seem like they have their act together, and they're more up to date with the new modern network marketing environment than I am. So you know what? I'm going to join their business, and all I want to do is I want to be with Amway, Nu Skin, Mary Kay, whatever you choose. But Rob and Marie are going to teach me how to make this business work in today's environment, and I'm going to tap into Amway, and I'm just going to develop an extra $30,000, $40,000 a year. And I'm going to be happy with that. Okay. That's what I want. I don't want to replace my job. I don't want to replace my business. I just need additional income or maybe more time freedom. Those are usually the reasons people join the older companies. There's stability there. There's a consistent paycheck there. So that is a part of the opportunity, right? The other side of the opportunity is to do what? Well, we talk about all the time is, hey, if you're going to build a business, a successful business in the network marketing business model, it takes the same amount of effort, focus, energy, commitment, tools, et cetera, to build a successful business in an old company as it does a new company. So our philosophy is, if you're going to put in that kind of time and effort, why not make as much money as you possibly can as quick as you can? That just makes common sense. That's the way I am. I'm all about making the money because I realize that these opportunities come and go, and there's not that many opportunities that will come across my path in my lifetime. So for me to ignore those or not take advantage of them is really foolish financially on my part. Okay. What is my goal? If my goal is not to have, 15 crazy cars that cost, thousands and thousands of dollars or 4 homes. My job and my goal is what? Have personal freedom, keep my stress to a minimum, and have the money to do what I want when I want. Period. Okay. That's what I want. But I know the only way I can make that happen is not with the old companies, with the new companies. So what is my opportunity? My opportunity is to tap into an exponentially growing company so that I can make as much money as quickly as I possibly can. On the other hand, if I'm looking for stability, I'll look for the old companies because I only need a few thousand, maybe, $50,000, $60,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever the case may be. Okay. And I'm happy with that. So there's the two differences in the opportunity category. Now the product, okay, category is really a whole different animal. And what do I mean by that? The product is not look, almost every product in network marketing has been tried. So a lot of the products that even a new company are come out with are going to be redundant and kind of old hat, if you will. So in order for a company to have exponential growth, there's a lot of things that have to come together. And one of the things that has to come together is a sizzle or a buzz about the company in two categories. One, they've got a very different, unique product that works, of course, and doesn't hurt anybody. Okay. And two, they have a comp plan that's different and unique and pays well. That creates buzz throughout the industry where people will be attracted to that new company because, man, that product is absolutely outstanding. That thing's crazy. And let's say that we're selling round trip, around the world trip on a UFO. Okay. Well, that's a unique product, right? Everybody's excited about that. Golly, I get to meet these aliens and I get to get on their spacecraft and we go around the world. That's fun. That nobody else offers that. That's crazy. That's good. That creates excitement and buzz. Okay. And so through the sale of those tickets, based on the comp plan, Marie and I are going to make a ton of money in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay. That everything's favorable for me to look at that company. Okay. Because the product is unique and different and because of the comp plan. On the other hand, if that product is another juice, another makeup line, another nutritional line, the company does everything they can to create the buzz and excitement, but to be honest with you, it's old hat, right, Maureen?
Yeah. Yep. There are a ton of products out there. To find the company that's coming out with a truly unique product in the network marketing space anymore is pretty rare. And then again, we've talked in previous episodes about the risk you run with a single product company as well. So
yes, good point. I forgot about that. So that's one of the challenges with the product is that, like she said, is coming up with a unique and different product that will create out of its own existence that excitement and that buzz throughout the industry that will attract other people and people will want to be a part of that company because of that product. It's hard to do. Additionally, there's all kinds of other challenges that come with a product-led approach. Now you say, what do you mean by product-led approach or opportunity-led approach? Look, if I run into Marie and I'm a guy that's focused on money and the lifestyle, my approach is all about the opportunity that this new company is providing me to tap in to make money. That's the opportunity. Okay. And we talked about before, that's truly for other people that want the same thing, better lifestyle, more time freedom, more money. That's our product to them. It's not the physical product. The product to them, the end item, the end product to them is either a better lifestyle, more time freedom, or more money. That's all they care about. And that's me and Marie. We fall in that category. We're not stupid. We know the product's important, the physical product that you drink, that you put on your face, that you take nutritional supplements. We understand those are important. We understand they have to be safe and that they must work and that people want them. We get that. But that's where it ends because we're what? We're focused on the money and the timing of the company all about the opportunity. So the product, on the other hand, is there all the time, whether the company's old, new, whatever. The timing, in other words, the ability to make money, big money, is short-lived. Okay, it's only basically 1 to 3 years. That product, if that company's around for 20 years, that product's going to be around 20 years. It's not going anywhere. So, but the opportunity to make that big money is gone, even if the company's around for 20 years. So, Miss Marie, am I doing a good job so far of laying this out so that we can build on it from there?
Absolutely. Yes, for sure.
Clear distinction between the two, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just want to toss in here, and maybe I'm going to take us on a little bit of a tangent that you didn't intend to go, but I think this is important, and it took me a little while to realize it as well. But we've talked in previous episodes about the scale of ambition and always recruiting up. We want people that are ambitious, successful, and bring them into our business rather than the lower rated people who we have to drag along, right? And this is one of the things that I discovered after being in this business for a while. I initially started out as a product-minded person. And part of that is because when I was brought into the business, that's what my leadership was focused on. So I was just following basically what I was told. And what I found was that's great as long as people love the product and they're focusing on that. But what I learned later on was focusing on the opportunity is almost like bringing in that higher level person that on a default level, they may end up becoming a product person or just becoming a customer. So it's almost like, you're shooting for the higher level. And even if you end up hitting low, you're still having a certain level of success. Yes. So, basically, if you're focusing on product, rarely are you going to find someone become so passionate about the product that they want to turn it into a business and then focus on the business perspective. It's much more likely if you're focusing on the opportunity and the lifestyle and the income and the time freedom that you are going to be reaching out to people who may not necessarily want that, but they see the product and they get enamored by that and become a lifelong customer, or, share the product with other people because of the great experience they had, even though they're not interested in the business.
Right. Very well put and spot on. And, folks, just to make sure that you get what it is, the difference between the two, let me just say that you got to understand that the opportunity, when you lead with the opportunity, you're attracting a totally different person, totally different mindset, and you're going to develop a totally different business. If you lead with a product, I'll be honest with you, you're going into the retail mindset and you say, Rob, what are you talking about? Look, if your company has a juice, a makeup line, a nutritional line, a skincare line, whatever the case may be, those are the stable products. In other words, all of your giant companies that are stable, financially and physically stable, have those product lines. Just go out and look. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, the thing is that those products, as we said, have been around a long time. And even though they're stable, but they're old hat, well, guess what? They're also available at Target, at Walmart, okay, and Avon, just to name a company. Of course, Maybelline. I'm trying to think of makeup companies, and we all know there's all kinds of different Nature's Best nutritional line, I think it's called. The point is that people can go to Myers, they can go to Target, they can go to Walmart, they can go just about anywhere, and they can get a product that's going to be similar to what you have. There's juices out there, there's makeup out there, obviously, there's nutritional, skincare, there's all kinds of competing products. And you say, well, what does that mean? Well, think about it. I meet Marie. I said, Marie, you just will not believe, number one, I'm with a company that has, it doesn't matter whether it's juice or makeup, it doesn't matter. And I'm saying, Marie, you won't believe this makeup. You know what? I'm a man, but I even use it. It's so good, and I'm telling her this stuff to try to, capture her attention and to develop a desire in her for this product, the desire that I have. This is the best stuff that's ever been made. Nobody comes close, and you go on and you're bragging, and it's got this in it and that in it. And Marie's just she's glazing over. She's leaning back in her chair because, man, you're just blowing her away and you're overwhelming her with all this information. Why are you doing that? Because you don't know what else to do. Why are you doing that? Because of the fact that you have a situation where you don't know what else to say. You haven't been taught the right way to build a business. All you heard on these conference calls, all you've heard from your upline is the ingredients and how great this product is and what it does. Okay, so you're doing what? The same thing. Well, Marie is sitting there thinking to herself, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know these chemical names. None of that makes sense to me. You know, to me, makeup is makeup. Juice is juice. I don't really, this is totally overwhelming. I just cannot, if this is what I have to do, I'm intrigued by the business model, but if this is what I have to do to build a business and is be a salesperson and know all this, I'm not doing that. Marie, I'm sure you've been there.
Yeah, and what really ends up happening, like from my perspective, I'm not a nutritional expert. That's never been an area of interest in my life. I don't really pay attention. Obviously, you know, whole foods are better. Plants are better than meat. I mean, you don't want processed sugars and all those things. I mean, the basic things, I get it. But when it comes to talking about a product that a network marketing company is creating, I don't want to have to memorize a laundry list of ingredients or be able to quote scientific studies and all that kind of stuff. And when you're product focused, you end up kind of putting yourself in more of that expert role that you may not be. And it can create credibility problems as well, because if I'm talking to people, if they know me at all, they know I'm not a nutritional expert. They know I don't wear makeup. They, you know, it's just,
right.
Yeah.
I know. And folks, listen to what she's saying. Those are important points. You see what it is. As a person, she doesn't know anything about nutrition. And as a woman, she's preferred not to wear makeup. My wife's the same way. I like her better without makeup. Not saying she doesn't look good, but I mean, she's a beautiful woman naturally. And I'm perfectly happy with her being without makeup. And of course, that's her call. The point is that she wouldn't be a good person for that either, because she's not caught up in that. So there's 2 strikes against you when you lead with the product, and every person's different. Okay. Will you run into a lot of Maries and my wife when you're out prospecting? Possibly, you know, who knows? Why take that chance? The other thing with the product led opportunity is this: every product has a life cycle. And I'll try to make this as short and sweet as I can. There's 2 different life cycles in the network marketing industry. In retail, there's basically 1 life cycle for a product. But in network marketing, there's 2. And I'll explain to you why. I run into Marie, and I tell her about this product in this company, and it's new and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of money available, and it's got this great product, blah, blah, blah. And Marie's like, okay, you know, Rob's a nice guy. I'll take a listen. I'm a little intrigued. I'll take a listen. And she gets on this conference call. And a lot of these conference calls, because they're trying to drum up business, they're trying to get excitement up, trying to get people motivated. And they know that they have new people on there that are taking a look at the business. And so they're going to put their best foot forward. And a lot of times on these conference calls, they say some crazy stuff. And so Marie's hearing this, and Marie's like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe there's something here. And she decides to join this business, Rob's business. And what she hears on this conference call is that, hey, you know, I'm so-and-so, and I'm this age, and I'm 30 pounds overweight. And I started taking this nutritional supplement that helps you lose weight. And you know what? Within the first 45 days, I lost 18 pounds. Okay. And another person says, well, I lost 32 pounds in 60 days, you know, and you're hearing all these different testimonies from people you don't know. You don't know if they're true. You want to assume they are, but you're hearing all these testimonials about this product, and you're thinking, when you get off the phone, you're thinking, well, hey, and Rob calls you and says, what'd you think, Marie? Well, it sounds pretty good. It sounds awesome. I could, you know, stand to lose some weight. No, not intended to be funny towards you, because I don't know if that's true. But anyway, the point is, Nina's. I have Nina, my gray cat. She is trying to join the broadcast.
Oh, I'm being replaced as the co-host.
Yeah. She gets right here in front of me, right here. And I've been trying to watch her so she didn't step on the keyboard and not mess up the broadcast. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, all right. So Marie hears how all these people are losing weight. And Marie says, I'm gonna give it a shot, and what do I have to do, Rob? Rob tells her, and she sticks with the routine. Okay. And on these conference calls, what they didn't say is that, hey, yeah, not only was I drinking this juice or taking this supplement, whatever they were doing, but I was also running a mile a day, or I was going to the gym working out, or, I was doing this or I was doing that in conjunction with, sometimes, whether it's on purpose or not, who knows? Sometimes they forget to tell people, oh, by the way, I was working out. By the way, I was running a mile. Okay, so Marie thinks, okay, she gets off air. All I got to do is take this supplement and the juice, and I'm good to go. All these other people losing this weight, there's no reason why I won't lose this weight. Now, the thing is that Rob, being the sponsor, doesn't know if Marie drinks too much alcohol, if she's a smoker, whether she's taking drugs, or whether she's just laying around and doing nothing, has no physical activity at all. Rob doesn't know that, okay? So those are elements in her life that can affect any weight loss program, not just this one. So now you have a situation where Marie is mentally set that she's going to lose X amount of weight in so many days, because that's what she's heard. And she's been on 3 or 4 conference calls now. She's gotten hooked on them because they're exciting, they're vibrant, they're full of new news, and new testimonials. And so she's getting kind of hooked with the social aspect of it. And she's heard the testimonials before. That really doesn't get her motivated, but she gets it. But it keeps her focused. It keeps her motivated to take this stuff. Well, what do you think happens at the end of 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, and Marie's only lost 1 or 2 pounds? What do you think is going to happen?
Not working, doesn't work for me. Obviously, it's garbage, false advertising. I mean, you end up running the whole gamut.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, straight from a pro who knows and has been there, because we both have been there. We've experienced that multiple times. Okay. The point is, look, this is a life cycle. You say, what do you mean? This is the first life cycle, meaning that in network marketing, the product has a life cycle based on the testimonials and the falsehoods that surround the product. All these promises that were made, all these testimonials that said X, Y, Z, and they didn't come true. And so you're going to have a bunch of your people that you worked so hard over the last 30, 45, 60 days to put into your business that have been on these conference calls, got the product, and all of a sudden their 45th day came around, their 60th day came around, their 90th day came around. And guess what? They got no to marginal results. And they all say, I am not spending this money on this bad product. They lied to me. This is not working. And then it's too late to come back and say, oh, no. Don't you remember they said they ran a mile and they went to the gym in conjunction with no, I don't ever remember them ever saying that. And you have lost them. And so now you had 40 people in your business. Now you're down to 21 or 22 people. Okay. Because those people quit. What do you think is going to happen in the next 30-day cycle? Possibly that the remaining 21 or 22 people, a large percentage of them may end up quitting. Why? Because it's another network marketing and how can I say this? It's another company, product cycle based on the marketing. And what I mean by the marketing, the testimonials and the conference calls are the marketing of pushing this product to the distributor force. Because of that marketing, because it was ineffective and it wasn't totally clear, and because Marie was smoking and drinking and not exercising, she had limited results. Bam, she's gone. So are a lot of other people. There's cycle number 1. What's product cycle number 2? It's the natural product cycle. And what do you mean by that? It is every product outside of Monopoly, Hula Hoop, Frisbee, etc., Barbie, on and on. Everybody's familiar with those games. Every product has a life cycle, meaning They fall out of favor. They lose their buzz. They get lost in the shuffle. There's new products come out that swallow them up. Okay. A company, and companies are smart. The executives are smart. They've been around long enough to know that they, every once in a blue moon, usually once a quarter, maybe once every 6 months, they have to come up with either a whole new product or they have to come up with a new and improved. And the new and improved could mean they changed the label, could mean they changed the color of the cap, could have changed the color of the container. They could have added one extra ingredient or taken one out. The law allows a lot of latitude there to call it new and improved. Well, what do you think happens in network marketing when a product sales starts going down? They realize that they have to do something. So what are they going to do? They're going to what? Come out with a new and improved version of the same product. And why? Trying to recreate that buzz. Okay. And it's just like the old companies, the New Skins, Mary Kay's, Herbalife, et cetera, et cetera. They try their best as old companies to recreate that excitement, that buzz, and that exponential growth they experienced when they were 1 year old, 5 years old, 10 years old. They want those glory days back. And so they try to change this and that, and they try to come out with a new product, trying to recapture and rekindle those moments. And guess what? They can't do it. Okay. Same thing with the product. Once it goes through its natural, not the network marketing induced product cycle by the conference calls and false testimonials and the lack of results, the second real product cycle, which all products go through, causes you to lose even more people. The buzz is gone. People in the industry are no longer talking about that product. People have forgotten about it. There's a new kid on the block, meaning a new company with a new product, with a new comp plan that's stealing all the attention, all the buzz. And guys, in order for you to have a chance to build something special in this business, especially with a new company, you have to have excitement and buzz. It's part of the synergy. There's so many things that have to come together in a new company to cause that exponential growth to take place, and the excitement and the buzz is part of that. The buzz capturing other people's attention and other companies, bringing those people from those companies to this new company, and the success stories of the people making the money and the lifestyles they're creating with this new company that permeates throughout the industry and attracts really high quality people to it. Right, Miss Marie?
Yes, and I was going to say anyone who's been in a network marketing company for any length of time, you're going to see it. You're going to see it with all the existing network marketing companies, all the successful ones, all the ones that were around for a while and maybe no longer are. Typically at their annual convention, you will see either a new and improved product being endorsed, a new and improved way of presenting and using that product, or the introduction of a brand new product just to fit that life cycle of those products to keep that buzz going.
Exactly. There it is, guys. And so you have to ask yourself, what kind of business do you want to build? If you want a retail business and you say, Rob, what do you mean by retail business? Look, if you lead with the product, you're retail. And you'll automatically put a cap on your business income wise. You're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Look, because of the dynamics we just talked about with the product, the life cycle and all this other stuff. Because, I mean, look, you got to realize you're not only going to fight the life cycle, but you're going to fight the ingredients thing. Marie says, I go to sponsor Marie, and Marie says, well, Rob, I already have a bunch of that in my cabinet. Why would I buy yours when I already have a bunch of it? I've been using it for years and it does great. And then I say, oh, our ingredients are better. She says, okay, let's say that your ingredients are better. Yours is $25 more per month than what I spend. Why would I spend $25 more on essentially the same product? Well, because you're investing in your own business and they have all kinds of excuses. You've heard them, Miss Marie. Invest in yourself, invest in your business. And that's true under the right conditions. This is not the right condition. You can't just blindly go out there and throw your money around because the company says, hey, we want to charge $25 more for our product than you would pay for a comparable product down the street. And you're going to do it, and you're not going to ask questions because ours is better. Guys, it only lasts for so long before the people go, you know what, this is bull crap. I am not doing this. I am not getting the results. I'm paying $25 more. I get little support. There's just not enough results, positive results, to justify me continuing to spend this money on this product. It's no better than what I'm already using.
Well,
Guys,
and that's the biggest danger we run into too when we focus on the products, right? Even if we had that company, as Rob used as an example earlier, it's going to be the world tour on a UFO that you get. It's a unique product. It's exciting. It's got the buzz. But you know what? If it does that well and it's that popular and it's making money, guess what's coming in short order? Competition.
Yep.
The exact same thing or very similar for less, or something with a new spin on it that's seen as an improvement is going to come out the door. So you're constantly facing competition in that arena as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And well said. And so you have the ingredient battle, you have the price battle, you have the result battle, and you're spending all your positive energy defending the product and trying to keep the people that you've recruited and fighting the life cycle battle. How do you like it so far? That's a lot of battles to fight. And you know what? You're going to use all your positive energy fighting all that negativity, trying to overcome it month after month after month. You're going to become a grinder and you're going to quit and give up on your dreams and you're gone. Why? Because you led with the product. Okay. And here's the other bad thing. Look, if you lead with the product, you automatically put a ceiling on your income on a per month basis. And you say, well, what do you mean? Basically, you're going to limit yourself to about $5,000 a month, and you're going to work your tail end off to create that because of what we just talked about. Look at all of those challenges you're facing, and all of those challenges are negative challenges, meaning you have more negative challenges than you do positive energies. Okay. In other words, you've only got one energy cell within you. Okay. You're not able to unplug yourself and plug in another one to fight that next battle. You only have so many positive battles you can fight before you say, this is not working. People are not listening to me. People are leaving. I'm worn out. I can't do this. I'm physically and emotionally worn out. This is too much. I can't do this for another year or two, and that's what they tell me it's going to take. I don't have time for that. I need to get back to what I know. Okay. And people are going to go back to the little cocoon and disappear, and you'll never hear from them again. Now, we're not painting a bad picture of the product lead. What we're doing is telling you the truth. This is the challenges. Miss Marie, is this not true? It has been around since the inception. Now, it was different in the 50s and 60s, Miss Marie, because people were different. They were more open-minded. They were more trustworthy. And there was really, at that time, there was not a firm grasp on what the business model would deliver. In other words, the time freedom, the residual income. It was a new business model. It was still getting its feet under it. There wasn't really a lot to promote. Really what they promoted was the ability to own your own business and make money. And that was essentially what they did back then.
And ultimately with this business, I think whichever angle you're taking starting out, whether you're going to pursue the product side or the opportunity side, the goal is ultimately the same for the majority of people, in that you want to be able to create that residual income that's going to continue to pay you, even if you step away from the business for a little while for whatever reason, or if you eventually want to build it up and get to a point where you can walk away and have it continuing to generate income for you. Now, obviously on the product side, that is so much more difficult to do. I would say next to impossible, really, to have a solid residual income there. So that's part of the reason why Rob and I are so focused on the opportunity side. And I think maybe we need to transition and talk a little bit more about why we focus on that and how it contrasts to focusing on the product.
Absolutely. And just to let everybody know, I have some people comment, yes, this is a shot glass, but it's lemonade. I'll let you know. Miss Marie knows I'll drink orange juice, and I love orange juice, and I'll drink lemonade. I'm not so fond of lemonade, but I mean I'll drink it when I'm out of orange juice, which I am. So just to let you guys know, because I had a few people comment and like, no, that's just orange juice. All right. So anyway, she's right. The opportunity side. Well, the contrast is on the opportunity side, you're going to attract business builders. Okay. Period. Because business builders, and then we call them that, but that's not really what they look at themselves as. What you're doing through your message, the music to the ears message, if you're using it, is you're relaying to them the opportunity to create an incredible income lifestyle and get time freedom in the process utilizing this business model and tapping into a new company that offers you this wonderful financial opportunity. Okay. Totally different message, totally different approach. And so from the get-go, you're attracting people that want the same thing you want. And it is what? The time freedom, the money, lifestyle. So they have a totally different mindset going into the business building process. They have a totally different goal in mind. Okay. And they rarely look, when I'm talking to a new prospect, I rarely talk about the product. I can't even tell you the last time I talked about the product. Okay. Because it's not important. What's important is I'm looking for people 5 and above, as she said. We're not going to go there. That's in a different episode. But the opportunity led is totally the opposite of the product. I have no limit on the income. Well, I mean, look, everything, I don't care what they tell you. Every company has a limit, and it's not a self-imposed limit by the company. What I'm saying is you can only sponsor so many people. The business can only be so big. There is a limit. There is a ceiling, if you will. But boy, what a great ceiling it is. Okay. So it's worthy of pursuing. But the point is that you are talking to someone and all you're focused on is creating that income, that lifestyle, and that time freedom. You're not worried about ingredients. You're not worried about life cycles. You're not worried about dropout rates. You're going to have some, but not on the level that you did with the product. You're going to be having a lot more positive going on in your business, positive synergy. Everybody's focused. Everybody's excited about moving forward. You're using a system, the 5 simple steps, that's easy to master. It moves people forward quickly. It creates volume. It promotes pin rank advancement. All of that is positive. Okay. And you're not having to fight this huge battle over all the ingredients, the cost, all of this. You know, you're not using testimonials, which can really hurt your credibility. You're not on conference calls all the time, which frustrates people. Like, Rob, how many times do I have to get on a conference call and hear the same thing over and over and over? Okay. You don't have to worry about any of that. You're worried about one thing, working with that person to help them get what it is they want from this business. And because you led with the opportunity, what is the opportunity? Your opportunity here, you're leading with the opportunity for them to tap into this company. That is the opportunity. The opportunity is that the timing is right. We caught the right company at the right time. And if we tap into it and we take action now, we can capture the huge volume and money that's being created in this new company. We can get our portion, but we got to act now. That's the opportunity. And that's the message you're relaying to these people that are 5 and above on the ambition scale. And so you're sponsoring higher quality people that are focused and motivated on the same thing you are, and you greatly enhance the chances for duplication to take place and for speed and urgency to happen, which gives your business traction, which creates the momentum, the exponential, which leads to your exponential growth. Okay. And that isn't how it happens in a chronological order, but it all starts with you understanding what you have a hold of, and that is an opportunity. Okay. Not a product. Get away from that product. It's not your product. It's the company's product. As long as it works and it's safe and people want it and they'll use it, it's all that matters. Okay. And then it creates volume. And so, well, go ahead.
I was going to say another difference too is when you're talking about product, it can take 30, 60, 90 days to see results with a product. Whereas if you're doing this business right, I go back to one of our previous episodes when we talked about getting your first check. You can start seeing results within weeks, if not days, when you're doing the business correctly. So it just accelerates your success that much faster as well. You're not waiting for a long period of time to really start seeing results.
Yes. And that's well said. And, you know, that's exactly, she's right, guys. You'll get results much quicker with a product led. Opportunity led. I can't believe I said that. That is totally an opportunity led business building process by far. And you're going to retain more high quality people that are motivated and focused and going after what they want. Okay. Versus the product. I'm telling you sponsor a person that's a 5 and above on the ambition scale, and you have them focus on the product, you're going to destroy a potentially great business builder. Okay, because number one, look, most of these people that are 5 and above are very busy people. They're business owners, they're professionals of some type, uh, they're teachers. I mean, I could go on and on and on. The point is, these are go-getters. These are focused people. They're afraid of hard work. They're willing to get out there, get their hands dirty. They're already busy. They don't need more stress in their life. They don't need more hard work in their life. They're not looking for easy street, but they're not looking to make things more difficult than what they already are. And when you talk about the leveraging capabilities of the business model and the business building system that you're using, the 5 simple steps, that is going to capture their attention. They're going to say, you mean to tell me that I can keep my job and my lifestyle and still have a chance to build something that I can retire on? Yes, that is true, because of the leveraging, and leveraging happens because of duplication. And you know how to do that? Yep, I can teach you how to do that. I've been doing it forever.
Well, and the key there, Rob, is that duplication too, because it's so much easier to duplicate a system like the 5 simple steps,
Yes,
because it's consistent and done correctly and followed through on. It is going to work pretty much the same for everyone. Meanwhile, the product, that's really difficult to duplicate. If it's a weight loss product, Rob's going to take it and he's going to go out and he's going to exercise and run and eat better. And meanwhile, I'm going to take the product and I'm going to sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix. So you can't duplicate product as easily or as consistently as you can your business building system.
absolutely. And you know, that's a good point that you brought up, because look, if you talk about a weight loss, she nailed it. Look, if Rob is building a business, I have a family, I have a job, and in order for the weight loss to work, I've got to go out and now I've got to work out or I've got to run. So now I've eaten up more time, plus I got to recruit when I get home, plus I got to be with the spouse until bedtime. Okay. And then your day is full. You're stressed out, you're wore out. And then all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you've got 4, 5, 10 messages, whether it's email or voicemail, whatever the case may be, about the ingredients of the product, or the product's not working, or, hey, I want my money back. How would you like to wake up to that every day? And believe me, it happens. We're not trying to make the product-led approach bad. We're telling you actual things that we've been through. And these things happen every day. If we could reach out right now and tap into conversations with just network marketing companies alone, we would hear these same stories over and over and over, because it happens all the time. And you would think that people would wake up. That's the reason why we do what we do, because we want you to understand how the business works. We want you to understand there's a huge difference between the two, okay? And there are people out there that act like they know what they're doing. Guys, they don't. This is a basic approach, okay? Why do people join this business? What attracts the masses? People that don't know anything about network marketing but have heard about it. What attracts them to this business model is where they'll say, I'm going to take a look. You know what? It's not the product. They don't even know what product company offers. You know why they look at the business model? Because of time freedom, because of leverage, because of the income, and because of the lifestyle. Those are the only reasons, okay? They don't know anything about duplication, okay? But they know they can build a business that leverages. In other words, gives them more time freedom. There are people out there that understand that aspect of network marketing, okay? But the 3 biggies is the for time freedom, the lifestyle, and the money, okay? That's why people come into this business, okay? So why change it with the product? Why would you flip that up and turn it on its head? That would be stupid. That's not good business sense. Look, ride with what's positive. Ride with what's already there. Take advantage of what people really want from this business model. It's not the product. They can get the product anywhere. It's what? The 3 things we just talked about. So you got to lead with the opportunity. You got to tell them, yes, you are right. That is what you can do. And guess what? I've been doing this for X amount of years. I know what I'm doing. I have a simple system called 5 simple steps. Guys, you can master that within 2 hours, and that's it. And Miss Marie, when you brought that up a minute ago, it just clicked with me, because we rarely talk about it. And I don't mean click like for the first time, but that we need to bring it up. Guys, do you realize she's right? You almost guarantee the duplication will take place. Why? Because the 5 simple steps can be duplicated by anyone. In the first 2 hours, they can master those 5. Miss Marie, are they not the simplest things you've ever seen?
Hence the 5 simple steps.
Yes, guys, they're so simple. What does that mean? That means duplication has a huge chance, not a small chance, a huge chance, because duplication takes place when multiple people are doing the same thing over, excuse me, over and over. Okay, so what does that mean? You've got to have a system, number one, that works, that produces results, and is easy to do. What do you think the 5 simple steps do? That exact thing right there. Right, Miss Marie? You combine it with the threshold of profitability. You do the 5 simple steps. Use the music to the ears message along with the scale of ambition. It sounds like a mouthful, but it's not. It's one sheet of paper. It's one message, and it's one commitment to 100 PV per month. I mean, that's it, right?
It is. So I think when it comes down to our title for today's episode, opportunity or product, which one to lead with and why, we're obviously very biased, huh?
Well, why wouldn't you be? if you want to make money, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really, to be honest with you, it's aggravating that we even have to talk about it. But it's so prevalent that how many people have approached you, honestly, over your career? How many people have approached you with the product-led approach?
Almost every company I've been presented with leads with the product. And that's part of the problem. It took me too long to figure out that was not the important part.
Yes. And guys, there you go. 100%. And I can say that mine is probably 85%. It's up there. The only reason mine is different is because I ran into a different set of people than she did. And that's it. That's all. And she's in the hotbed of network marketing. Utah is it's recognized as the leader, probably the world leader in network marketing. There are not only great multiple companies there in the network marketing industry, but there's a tremendous amount of network marketers that have retired and live in Utah. There's a wealth of knowledge right there. And I was in California, which is the same thing. Texas, same thing. Not on the level of Utah. I think Utah is the king by far. But the point is that I just happened to be around the different set of people that were willing to talk more than she was. So I ran into the opportunity-led approach much sooner than she did. But you know what? When I first did, it went over my head. I'll be honest with you, because I was so focused on the product. You know, I wasn't brainwashed. I was just so focused on the product. You got to realize the opportunity-led approach is an intangible. So it went right over my head. Okay. A product is tangible. I was holding my hand. I could read the ingredients. I convinced myself that Marie needed to know everything about this product in order for her to join me. So it was just natural for me to focus on the product when I first started. And for the first number of years, like her, I was definitely product folks because I didn't know any better. And man, was it tough. Golly, I didn't like that at all. But when it turned around, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Why isn't everybody doing this? You know?
I was going to say, thank God we figured it out, right, Rob?
Man, well, you know what? I'm not going to take credit. Some good people took the time. They saw something in me where they sat me down and said, Rob, this is not the way to do it. Okay. You know, I hate to see you working so hard. Hey, come on, guy, this is the way you do it. Okay. You know, I told the Richard Call story the other day. If you guys go back and listen to that, Marie, I'm sure remembers that. Richard Call was all about, I'm not going to go into the story, but he was all about what, Marie? The income and the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It was all about the money. And he knew he could have the lifestyle once he got the money. And in 3 short months or 6, I can't remember which, he built the largest network marketing organization in Nu Skin. Still makes millions a year off of that. All he had was a phone. I'm not going to go through the story. You guys can go back and listen to the episode. But the point is that he knew what the business was about. And when he was recruiting Marie, as we talked about, and all he had was a phone, when he was talking to people, it was all about the money. It was all about the dream, period. He never talked about the company. There was nothing. And guys, the reason we bring that back up is just to let you know the opportunity approach is used by the big time business builders because they realize that's what people want. And you know why Richard Call, he has been credited with assembling probably the greatest semblance of leadership talent. It's probably the best way to put it, business building talent, whatever, ever assembled in the network marketing organization. It's like the who's of the Hall of Fame in network marketing, the people that he sponsored. And why did he do that? Because those people resonated with his message. As crude and as abrupt as he was about it, it resonated with top-notch people who took action. The Sexsmiths, the Campeses, the Yarnells. I could go on and on and on. I'd bore you to tears. I'm telling you, I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg on the leaders that he sponsored that are legendary. A lot of them have written books. A lot of them have been the focus of movies and various articles throughout the network marketing industry for years. They're legends. And he sponsored those people with just a phone and a simple message of, hey, you can have this lifestyle. You can have the dream life that you want. That was his essence, what his message was. Right, Miss Marie?
Yep, it sure was. And that's true for anyone that's out there. The lifestyle, the money, the time freedom, that's available.
It is.
But you've got to follow those 5 simple steps, and you've got to pursue the opportunity.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You got to use the opportunity-led approach, guys, if you're going to attract the people that's necessary to build that kind of business and have that lifestyle. And Miss Marie, I think this is one of the most important episodes that we've done because, number one, it's not talked about very often, which is really sad. Number two, it's vitally important that people understand that there is a difference between the two approaches and how critical the opportunity-led approach is to their success if, in fact, they want the lifestyle, the income, and the time freedom. If they don't, the product-led approach will work for you to some degree, I guess. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you, and we're not trying to deter you, but we're not going to sugarcoat it either. We're not going to go, okay, you're good to go, pat you on the butt and let you go with a smile on our face. We know the challenges that comes with doing that. And all we can say is good luck, okay, because it is a major, man, I would not wish that on anybody. I think everybody should use the opportunity-led approach. And as we close, people many times over the years say, well, Rob, which one should, what should I do? Should I build a big business, a middle business, a small business? Obviously it's a personal decision, but I told them, I said, look, I'm always going to tell you to go after the big business. And they said, really? I said, why? And they said, why? And I said, because you can always scale back. But in order for you don't know where your threshold is. You may sit here and look me out and say, Rob, I want $5,000 a month. A lot of you guys out there can't fathom $5,000 a month. I'm telling you, it's easier than you think. I'm not saying it's easy that you're going to skate through it. What I'm saying is that once you get the ball rolling, you'll be amazed how easy that is to do. Okay. But the thing is, guys, here's the thing. I don't care if it's $1,000 a month. Here's the thing. You can make this happen if you follow the basics and you do what's necessary and you go out there and you duplicate yourself over and over. You lead with the opportunity-led approach and you let things go naturally where all the positives are coming together and not have to worry about all the negative things that come with a product-led approach. And you go for the gusto. Because look, I'm telling you, as we told without, we're going to close this real quick. Look, it's that much of an effort between being an emerald and a diamond. Okay. The only difference is a little more hard work and a little more time. That's it, because all the steps are the same. Okay. And you say, well, how do you know that? Because Marie may need 22 leaders in her business to become a diamond. Rob may need 32. Okay, we don't know. All you can do is log in your back office and you monitor and you mentor with somebody that you know knows what's going on, and you monitor and you keep building and you keep building. You will wake up one day a diamond. Okay, but you don't know how many leaders that's going to take. Okay, and my point is, if you put together 22 leaders, okay, you're on a roll. Shoot for the 32 and get it over with. Now you can scale back. You can say, Rob, I thought I wanted $5,000 a month, but I realize now I need $10,000 a month. If you slow down at 5, it is going to be hell trying to build it back up to 10. Well, that's the reason why I tell my people, if you're going, look, shoot for $10,000 a month. And if you get up to 5, 6, 7,000, you say, Rob, I'm done. I'm perfectly happy. I was right. I'm happy at this level. You can stop, and kudos to you. That's great. Okay. But I'm telling you, if you shoot for 5 and then wake up one day and your wife says, or your husband says, hey, let's do 10,000 a month. Good luck. Good luck with that. You probably can do it, but boy, you're going to be like, shit, I should have not stopped. You're going to say to yourself, I should not have stopped. So that's the reason why I always tell my people, shoot for the moon. You can always back off. Right, Miss Marie?
Yep. Always set your goals higher than what you'd really like to achieve and just go for it.
Yeah, especially when there's such a fine line between emerald and diamond. So, well, Miss Marie, do you have anything else to add as we get ready to close up here?
I do not. I think we covered that very well and provided the exact information that people needed on that topic today.
Well, when you agree that it was one of the more important ones that we've done, because it's never, I don't know of anybody else that talks about it.
Nope. And no one else is talking about that. And it's one of the areas where I think a lot of people are being misled more often than not. So
I would imagine, Miss Marie, you can sit back and think of the people that you know right now off the top of your head. It would take me a while, that you know are actually leading with the product.
The more successful people are always going to lead with the opportunity, not the
product. You know people today
yes,
that are still leading with the product.
Absolutely.
So it's still a challenge. It's still a method that's being taught.
It is. And a lot of people do focus very heavily on the product rather than the opportunity.
So, yeah, it's a mess, I'll tell you. Then they chase their tail trying to figure out why the product-led approach is not working, don't they? Marie, what are you doing? How can you tell me what you're doing? Can you show me what you're doing? I mean, they're desperate. They're trying. They want it to work so bad, and they're trying to find that magic in a bottle, that one statement, that one tactic. You know what I'm talking about? If they would just share with me, what is it, Marie, that they're holding back from me? What's the magic bullet?
The secret.
Yeah, the secret. Yes. And you just want to go, there is no secret. Quit saying that. There's no magic bullet. There's no secret. It's doing the correct things consistently. That's all it is. You know. So see, folks, there it is. She just said, look, it's still a prominent approach, and it's so sad. There's a reason why we share it. The reason I bring it up, Miss Marie, because I want people to understand they're only going to get this information from us. No one else is doing it. And folks, if somebody else copycats us, remember, you heard it here first. We're the one and only. We're the original. We're the only ones talking about this stuff. We're the only ones that teach the basics. As you can see, this is a truism. This is a self-evident truism. There is no debating. There's only two ways to approach building this business. And there's only one real way to build it if you want, in today's network marketing environment, if you want the lifestyle, the freedom, and the money. Okay? There will be, yes, I guarantee you, there will be that one person that will certainly make Marie and I look like a fool. They'll go out there and they'll build this huge business, and kudos to them. I'll shake their hand and I will smile, and I will pretty much just tell them, man, you're the second coming, because you have done something that I never thought was possible. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not possible, because that's wrong. There's no such thing as that. But it's very, very rare. And I'll be honest with you, I want the odds in my favor. I don't want the odds against me. I'm not out to prove somebody wrong by taking the product-led approach. I want it to be as easy as possible. I'm taking the opportunity approach, period. All right, Miss Marie, let's do our closing part here. All right, guys, if you will, please share, like, and comment on our various social media platforms. We're always grateful for when you guys do that, and we're so thankful for the shares that you guys have already done, the likes, the thumbs ups, and all that. We are flattered by that activity. Also, if you will, go to our YouTube and subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, and also hit the little bell for notifications when we go live and upload new content. Miss Marie, will you do that one, please?
Yep. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like what you're hearing, you're understanding the points we're making. And if you do have any questions, drop a comment. Let us know what those are. We'll try to get those addressed for you as quickly as we can. If we can incorporate them into the show, of course we will. Otherwise, we will probably pick them up on our Freelance Friday shows, where we cover all sorts of different topics.
Yes, yes. And they can go to where, Miss Marie?
That would be our website, themlmsolution.net. That's themlmsolution.net. All sorts of great information there as well. And feel free to look for us on any of the social media platforms using our hashtag, themlmsolution.
Way to go, Miss Marie. Thank you so much. It allows me as the producer to do other things to get ready to close the show. I can't do two things at once. I is a man, and I readily admit it. So with that being said, I'm all thumbs. I don't have anything else to add. How about if we close our show, as always, with our exit video? Sound good?
Sounds good. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Freelance Friday.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.